visible, which is not visible in the orthographic projection or orthographic view. So, what are the orthographic views? Orthographic views is top view, front view, and two side view, left hand side view and right hand side view. These are the orthographic views. So we use the auxiliary view when we want to see the true shape and size of an inclined surface which is not correctly view by the auxiliary view. So, what is the objective of auxiliary view? To understand how to generate view that slow that show inclined and oblique surface in true shape in multi-view drawings. To better understand the manipulation of 3D object using successive 90-degree rotation in preparation for the solid modeling. What are the outline? Definition and use, fold line method, primary auxiliary view, review of descriptive geometry, example, inclined surfaces. So, what is the difference between auxiliary versus principal view? What is the principal view? Horizontal top and bottom view, frontal front and back view, profile left and right view. So total 6 view is there, means top view or bottom view. So generally we can talk about this is the top view. Front or back view. So we generally take only front view like that. Left hand and right hand side view. And what about the auxiliary view? Definition. What is the definition of auxiliary view? So definition, an orthographic view that is projected into a plane that is not parallel to any of the principal plane. A plane which is not parallel to any principal plane. What are the principal plane? Horizontal plane and vertical plane and profile plane. These are the principal planes. What is the purpose? The main purpose is to show the true shape of a detail that does not lie in on the principal planes. Review. Fold line. A fold line hinge may be placed between adjacent view to aid in the construction and interpolation of multi-view drawing. See, like here, projection line are always perpendicular to fold line. The distance from a fold line to any specific point on a object is the same for any related view, top view or side view. Fold line represent a 90-degree rotation in the viewpoint. So, as an example, you can see here, this is view A, this is view B, and this is view C. Okay, so this is foldable line. We can fold it, then we can make a coordinate. So distance from the fold line in view A, see here, are equal the distance from the fold line view C. So see here, red line is our fold line. So whatever the distance from view C to fold line, this fold line, same distance is here from view A to fold line. Follow projection line to keep track on the vertex. So we just follow the projection line, this line, this line, and this line, this line. So we get the vertex. Use offset when creating view C from view A and B. Okay. Note the projection line are always perpendicular to fold line. Okay. So this is must, we can draw the projection line is always perpendicular to fold line. Primary auxiliary view definition. What is the definition of primary auxiliary view? Definition: any view that is projected from adjacent to from one of the principal view. Think about that. Any view that is projected from one of the principal view and which is not parallel to any of the principal plane. Okay. So what is this meaning? We can project the auxiliary view from top view, front view, or side view, and the auxiliary plane is not parallel to any principal plane. That is called primary auxiliary view. A primary auxiliary view is perpendicular to only one of the principal plane. Okay. So second point means auxiliary plane or primary auxiliary plane is not parallel to any of the principal plane, but primary auxiliary plane is perpendicular to only one of the principal plane. So which of that plane? That plane is from where the auxiliary primary plane is generated. Any inclined surface may be shown in the true shape in the appropriate auxiliary view. If the fold line for an auxiliary view is parallel to the edge view of an inclined surface, the inclined surface will appear in the true shape in the auxiliary view. True shape in the auxiliary view. Okay, so see here. Now, what is looking in the drawing? Use the UCS What do you mean by UCS? User Coordinate System, UCS. Command to rotate about z-axis aligned to the x-axis up with the inclined surface. So see here, this is our inclined surface here, and this is our fold line, means we can say that it is represent the parallel line. Clear. So here we can see that the true shape of this inclined surface 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4. But what happened here? 1 2 3 4. What is like? It look like rectangle. 1 2 3 4. It look like rectangle. But here in the auxiliary plane, it look like a square. So the original or true shape of this particular surface is square, not rectangular. So by the auxiliary plane, we can see that the actual shape and size of that particular surface is not rectangular, it is squared. Okay. Project perpendicular projection line from the inclined surface which is available in orthographic means front view. We can draw this about the front view. Determine the depth of each point from related view offset line. Use Dido snap to quickly select the pictures. A fold line represents the projection plane for the adjacent view. A line appear true length if it is lies in a plane parallel to the projection plane. A line which is not parallel to the projection plane appear foreshortened. A line which is perpendicular to the projection plane appear a point. So what happened here? See, this edge is not perpendicular to this, and this edge is not perpendicular to this. So what happened here? This shown as an incline, and now this is perpendicular. So what happened? This represent at a point. A line which is perpendicular to the projected plane appear as a point. So 3 4 is a line. 3 4 is a line here, but it shown as a point. 1 2 is a line, but here it's shown as a point. Okay, so a line which is parallel to the fold line will appear true length in the adjacent view. Okay, so line which is parallel to the line. So what happened? This 3 and 2, sorry, 4 and 2 and 3 and 1, these lines are parallel to the this plane, or we can say that this is fold line. So this appear as a true length, means whatever the length here 3 2 or 4 1, that is will appear the same as presented there. A true length line which is perpendicular to a fold line will appear as a point, that we already discussed. Line 1 3 parallel to the fold line 1 3, see here, parallel to the fold line the right side view and true length in the front side view. Okay. Now line 1 and 2, true length is the right side view and in a point is the front view. So it is present in a point in the front view. So all views adjacent to a point view of a line will show the line in true length. A line which does not appear true length in any of the principal view, it called oblique view. A line which is not appear true length in any of the principal plane is called oblique line. Okay, if any line is there which is not appear as a true length in any of three view, means top view, front view or side view, then that line called oblique line. Now we discuss about the surfaces, oblique surfaces. Till now we discuss about the lines. A surface appear in true shape undestroyed if it is parallel to the projection plane. A surface appear as a edge and edge parallel to the fold line in all view adjacent to the true shape view by the surface. So what happened here? You can observe that this whole surface appear as a edge here, and this whole surface appear as edge here. Okay, that is the meaning. If any line of a surface appear as a point, then the surface will be appear as an edge. A surface which not appear as a edge in any of the principal view, it call oblique surface. Means यहाँ पे कोई ऐसी सरफेस है जो कि ऑल थ्री व्यू, फ्रंट टॉप साइड, सारे व्यू में एज के फॉर्म में रिप्रेजेंट नहीं होता है, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड ऑब्लिक सरफेस. A fold line that is parallel to a line give a view that show the true length of the line. A fold line that is perpendicular to a true length line on a surface give a view that show the surface as an edge. Okay, that is the important statement which we have to remember, keep in our mind before starting the auxiliary view. So next point, a fold line that is parallel to the edge view of a surface given a view that show the true shape. Okay. Now think about that. Label surface, label vertex, list nearest vertex first at each location. 1 and 2. See, 1 and 2. Follow construction line for the determine the location. Equal number of side A surface with 3 side will be 3 side in the every view. Parallel is, if line are parallel to one view, then will be parallel to every view. Okay. Now see here, this is our, we can say this is our front view, top view and side view. So this surface and this hole is not properly view in this front view, or we can say that in the top view. See here, we just project the line. See, the actual length or diameter is this much, but what is projected this much. Okay, the shortened length is display here because of the inclinedness of the surface. So if we want to view true height or true shape of this hole, so we can need an auxiliary plane which is parallel to this edge, and here we can see the true shape and size of particular surface. There are three type of ordinary auxiliary view. Depth auxiliary, height auxiliary and width auxiliary. So which view show the same things, which auxiliary view know the or visualize the depth, that is depth auxiliary view. Which view, or we can say that which auxiliary view show the or recognize the height, true height, that is height auxiliary view. And similarly, which auxiliary view show the true width of the surface, that is called width auxiliary view. Okay, here that is the same. Now start with a multi-view drawing of an object that contained a candid surface. In this case, a candid surface for which the auxiliary view will be created is shown an angled edge in the front view. So there is a face which is inclined. There is a face which is inclined, so that is This is our face, which is inclined. That is not parallel to the base. So here we can first see the three view or three principal view: front, top and side view. And we can observe that what is the shape of 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. See what is the shape we can get of surface 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you can observe this: 1 2 3 4 5. This is not true shape. This is not true shape. This is our true shape. So 1 2 3, there is not possible to we get the this surface in the front view. So from the top view also we not get the true shape. Here 1 2 3 4 5. See, is this the original shape or true shape? No, the true shape is different. Then what we can do? We can do make an auxiliary view to get a to get a true shape for 1 2 3 4 5 surface. So for that, determine which true dimension will be shown by the auxiliary view and identify the reference edge on the proper existing view. Draw approximately spaced construction line where the auxiliary view will be occur. These construction line will be serve as reference line and must be parallel to the angled edge. Now see, this is the reference line and which is parallel to this line, parallel to this line. So we can draw the references line. Okay, so we can start from anywhere, from this line to this line to this line, anywhere. Okay, now third step, draw construction line outward from the each corner on the view from which the auxiliary view will be a 90-degree rotation. The line must be perpendicular to the angle edge in the question. Okay. Now identify the relationship between the corners of the object and the intersect of the construction line. Now we can see that. Project the each and every corner. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 9, 8, 7, 5, 6. So all we can view here. So what we can observe? We can observe the this face. We going to observe the true shape of this surface. So we can put the points 1 and 2. This is 3 and 4. So mark the 3 and 4. 9, 8 and 7, 8 and 7 in the same line, 5 is here, and 6 is here. And now we have to draw the object line to connect the corners that share a visual edge. Now we have to connect the line. See, so here this is our true shape of this inclined surface. Here we get the true shape of this inclined surface. Okay. So by these steps we can find out the an auxiliary view which is required. So this auxiliary view as projected from the front view, so size and true shape of one of the angled surface in the feature, such as a hole were located on the surface. It could be now properly dimensioned. Foreshortened object face may have complex shape or curve that can be difficult to draw. Short break line and partial view may be used to remove the need to draw difficult curve or foreshortened face, while still maintaining complete shape description within a multi-view drawing. Now we can see this. Here we can observe that this is our inclined surface, and what is the view of this? Means we need only this, so we don't need to draw the projection. So we have to draw here. This is the incline and we need to parallel, but we need only this surface. We don't need all the object drawing. So like this, see, this is the detailed or partial drawing where we get true shape of the hole and the face. So this is our short break. Now see what happened here. Here we can observe that how the observer views the object. See, this is our top view, front view, and this is our side view. So what happened, students? You can see this. There is an inclined surface. See. So from the side view, the true shape of this inclined surface is not visible. So we need a vision. This is our vision, which is parallel to this, sorry, perpendicular to this surface, perpendicular to this surface, to view the original shape and size of this surface. That is the auxiliariness. So, like this is front view and this is top view, and this is our auxiliary view where we can see this shape. See how this shape is look like here in the top view, and in the front view this is not visible, but in this auxiliary view we can observe the actual or true shape of the slot. This slot is cutting here, or this eye shape is slot is cutting here. So it is not properly dimensioned in the top view or the front view. So we need a auxiliary view to observe the true size and shape of the slot. Now what you see here, this is a object where this eye slot is cut. So this is our top, front and side. So we can observe all the view. See top view, what happened, what shape we can visual here, that is not accurate shape. There is much difference between this shape to this shape. And in the front view we can't even see this slot. At the side view we can see this slot, but not is the original shape. See, this is our original shape which is different from these two shapes. So what we need to locate the original shape of this slot. We need an auxiliary plane. See here. So what happened here? We can observe the actual shape of this, true shape of this slot. Okay. Now this is our primary auxiliary view. An auxiliary plane is perpendicular to which principal plane at an angle to which principal plane, that is the 90-degree. Now see AVP, auxiliary vertical plane, perpendicular to horizontal plane and an angle to vertical plane. This is our auxiliary vertical plane which is perpendicular to the horizontal plane, and there is an angle from the vertical plane. So this is our auxiliary vertical plane. So this is one other example from the auxiliary plane. This is in the 3D and this is in the 2D. Procedure for drawing an auxiliary view: draw XY line and angle alpha to XY line. Draw AA1 dash perpendicular to XY line. Okay, see. X1, Y1, and we draw A dash 1 O1 equal to A dash O dash. See, this is there is a line. Now, auxiliary inclined plane AIP, auxiliary inclined plane, perpendicular to the vertical plane and inclined to the horizontal plane. Perpendicular to the vertical plane and inclined to the horizontal plane. So, how much they incline? The beta angle. So, this is AIP, auxiliary inclined plane, and this is our in 2D. This is our 3D. This is in the 2D. Draw front and top view A dash respectively. This is our front view and this is our top view A. Draw x1, y1. We can draw x1, y1. Now we can draw A dash 1. A dash 1 on auxiliary plane which is perpendicular to x1, y1. Now draw a line A dash A1 dash such that A dash A1 dash is perpendicular to the x1 y1 and A1 dash O1 dash equal. So what we can see here, this is equal line. So we can represent this same point in auxiliary inclined plane and auxiliary vertical plane. Now, lines which line with same color have the same length. Okay, here we can identify means this length is same, this is same, this is same, this color is same, this color is same, so we can secant the same means AO equal to A dash capital A equal to O1 A1 capital A small a and A dash O A dash A1 which is equal to this. So this is in 3D. So what we can do if we want to project this A point in the auxiliary plane, then we can just open the sheet. When two planes are perpendicular to the same third plane, the distance of the projection of a point from the reference line, junction line of first second plane is the same. A line drawn parallel to the edge will be joined the two projected point A dash A1 distance capital A small a point to front view equal to A dash O in the top view. Okay, because these represent the equal length represent in the same color. Now draw the auxiliary plane. Now we can draw this in the auxiliary plane. So draw the auxiliary view of a plane ABC on a plane which is perpendicular to the frontal plane and inclined at a angle of 45 to the top plane. Draw another auxiliary view of a plane which is perpendicular to top plane and inclined at 60 degree to the frontal plane given A point, B point and C point. So the triangle points is given here 5, 10, 30, 10, 40, 10, 30. Forget about Z direction now. So here we can see 10, 50. This point 10, 50. This is our A, and 1040, 1030. So this is our 1030. This is our C point. This is our B point. So what happened here? How we know the coordinate? Because this is only two-dimensional, not the three-dimensional. So we can observe one by one. See, this is the point, and we can project ABC, ABC here. Now we draw the XY line to find out the Z axis distance. So project the line, and here we can observe C1, B1 and A1. Now from this line we want to see the true shape of this line. So here we can make the projection and take the original size. So here the second example, the figure show the front view and the top view of the cuboid. From these view, the auxiliary view are drawn on two plane. First, perpendicular to top plane and an angle alpha to the frontal plane, perpendicular to frontal plane at an angle beta to the top plane. So here we need two lines, x1 y1, x2 y2. Okay, so see, observe this x2 y2 here, and this is our viewing direction. Now we can project here and we get this shape. Now x1 y1, and now we project this. See here, we can show this. Secondary auxiliary view required when the plane of the view is oblique or not perpendicular to the any of the principal plane. First, draw the front and top view, and primary auxiliary view is drawn first, which is perpendicular to the one of the principal plane, with the view in the suitable direction. A secondary auxiliary view is drawn on an plane that is perpendicular to the primary auxiliary view at an angle such that the appropriate view of the required feature is obtained. Now you can able to see this is our tapered and how we can look. See, this is our primary auxiliary plane, our primary auxiliary view, and now this is our secondary auxiliary view. This is our secondary auxiliary view. So what is the different you can see here? Given top and front view of a square pyramid, obtain a view that the pyramid will edge OC, means this edge is parallel to, this plane is parallel to OC. Now axis of PAV means primary auxiliary view is parallel to the OC. in the top view. Axis of secondary auxiliary view is perpendicular to CA1, sorry, C1 and O1. C1 and O1. This line is perpendicular to this line. Okay. O1C1 is the true length. C2O2 is overlapping. C2O2 is overlapping in the secondary auxiliary plane. See? Now, all outermost line or curve of a view are visible solid. Line and curve join the point closest to the axis in the previous view will be visible solid. Rest of the line curve may be not be hidden. Drawn dashes. Now you can see principal plane at 45 degree to front and perpendicular to top. Secondary auxiliary view is 60 degree to top and perpendicular to primary auxiliary view. So here you can see 45 degree primary auxiliary view. And now secondary auxiliary view, which is 60 degree inclined to the primary plane. So 60 degree from the here. Now we can project the perpendicular line here to get the original shape. So this is our hexagonal pyramid. Hexagonal pyramid. So what happened in the projection of solid? In the projection of solid, we can use this method to find out the original or true shape of the particular surface. Okay. Now, what you able to see? See here, all dimension is given. This is our isometric view of the project. Isometric view of the project. So, you able to see the inclined surfaces here? See here, this is inclined surface and this is inclined surface. There are two inclined surface which is represented in the front view. So here you can see this is our oblique auxiliary view. So here we can see the accurate circle or hole. See, this is elliptical shape. This is elliptical shape. But in this auxiliary view, we can see accurate circular hole. Okay, so students, this is all about of your auxiliary plane. So students,